जान देने की तड़प बार बार उठती है। जंग भी करते हैं हम मोहब्बत की तरह। जुल्म की छांव में हम शेर पड़ा करते हैं। शायरी खून में बहती है एक आदत की तरह।
Now, officially welcome to Zee Connect.
Officially, thank you.
And sitting like this, like in two different countries and still being connected this way, it's superb, no?
It is amazing. It is amazing.
Okay, so let's get to talking about your short film. When and how did you decide to enter this genre?
So, did you watch it, firstly? Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot.
I want to know. No, I want to know how to watch it. I haven't watched it.
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
About 1.2, 1.3 million people have figured out how to watch it.
Okay. Okay, so then we're going to do that right away.
If you Google Verses of
War.
It'll take you to the YouTube link. It's free to watch. It's a free-to-air story. And the idea of making it free-to-air was, to put it on YouTube was because I wanted people from across borders. I wanted people from all over the world to see this. And it's kind of very timely and topical now with the Ukraine-Russia war going on.
Yes.
The concept is the futility of war and the fact that we forget, that behind the uniforms, there's still humans.
Right.
हम कहते हैं Indian army, हम कहते हैं Pakistani army, Russian army, Ukrainian army. Lekin those are all individuals, they're all people. They all have their own wives, mothers, family,
their
children waiting
stories
for them at home.
Yeah.
So this basically is a focus on that. It's a poetic tribute to all the men in uniform, with a focus, of course, because we're totally biased, with a focus on India. But the idea is to go beyond just nationality and nationalism. Because some things, like you would agree, don't have boundaries. They don't get defined by that.
True.
So I am proudly an Indian. So people who are in the armed forces are proudly wearing Indian uniform.
Good.
But the minute you create this song, like when I come to Dubai, for example, and I just have someone walk up to me at a restaurant or at the airport and just say, I love you, man. I love your work. I'm such a big fan. Can I get a picture? My mind doesn't think, oh, is he or she Bangladeshi, Pakistani, Indian, Sri Lankan, where they belong. All you feel is the love. And what a beautiful state of being that is. And what a beautiful state of being that would be for the world if all we felt was love, right? Yeah. Even when I think about India and Pakistan, and when I think about where my roots are, where my father was born, all of that is undivided India, right? True. At the end of the day, that's where we all are. We're all from one stock. We're one family, one people. One British dude, a clerk called Radcliffe, sitting in the UK who had never visited India, just drew two lines and said, Abhi alag desh hoga.
Yeah.
And we accepted it.
Exactly.
As people.
Yeah.
And then we started to play our part and started to accept that. And that's what I love when I come to Dubai. I love the fact that it's this brilliant confluence of cultures. You can walk into a school, walk into a classroom, and in 30 kids, you'll have 23 different nationalities. I love that about that country. I just love that. It's a testament to making your home a home for people from all across the world.
Right. But tell me, Vivek, now when it's a 3-hour feature film, it's more easier to maybe establish the characters and the storytelling becomes more convenient. That must have been very challenging in a short film, right?
It always is, because you have to do multiple things in a feature, right? When you're telling a story, you have to connect with the character emotionally, connect with the story, engage with the whole storyline, screenplay, and idea.
Yeah.
And you have to do all of that in 30 minutes and try and justify it. Generally, short films are more provocative. They're more shock-based. And this one wasn't. This one was a story that had the narrative, it had the storytelling, it had the emotion, and you were banking on the fact that 28 minutes you had to get people to buy into that and connect with the character and understand where he's coming from, relate to him. That was a big gamble for us. And it paid off because everybody said, yeah, 30 minutes is neither long, neither short.
Just
Each
right.
film, you know. But still people connected with it, and that was wonderful. It was wonderful to see the emotion that people felt when they saw it. And like I said, you know, constantly trying to say, in war, somehow, even the winner loses. Nobody wins.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's the message you're trying to get across with this film. Tell me more about the filming process and about the characters.
Well, it is basically a film about a martyr, an Indian soldier who happens to also be a poet, and how, even though he's trapped on the other side, he's with an enemy who's trying to coerce information out of him, through his poetry, through his inadvertently, through his poetry, through his ideas, through his thoughts, through his arguments that he presents, through his emotions that he presents, he's able to touch the heart of the enemy. He's able to somewhere connect with him on a human level. And that's what we are under those uniforms. At the end of the day, we're all human.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any more short films in the pipeline that will be coming from you?
I don't know. See, I didn't decide to do a short film. I didn't decide कि चलो यार कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, एक short film कर देते हैं. I kind of did it only because I loved the script so much. In fact, when Prasad kept calling me, kept reaching out to me, and I said, yeah, I don't have the time. I'm so busy between the current commitments I have, and I started filming so much stuff now. And I was just wrapping up Inside Edge 3, promotions were starting. I was like, yaar, nahi samay hai, nahi kar paunga. But then he said, ek baar padh lo aap, just read it once. And then I started reading it, and I read it, you know, flat in whatever, 45 minutes. I picked up the phone and I said, I don't know how we'll do it. We'll figure it out, but I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. I want to, you know, lend my name to this. I'm going to produce this, and I only have one condition. He said, what? I said, all my profits, all my proceeds, I want to donate to the cause of war widows. And he was very touched by that. He said, I completely agreed. And I said, chalo, let's start. And that's how this came along. So there was no design to this. There was no plan to it. I just felt inspired by an idea. And I like the fact that in April, I'll complete 2 decades as an actor. And I like the fact that I've achieved this. I think this is what, to me, in my mind, success is. That if you like an idea, if you like something creatively, you can empower it. You can turn around and say, chalo isko banate hain. Let's take this from an idea to a reality.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that creative empowerment.
Thank you so much
My
for taking
pleasure.
the time out, and wish you all the very
Pleasure.
best for
Thank you.
everything.